Hello, 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 it's Christine. It's time for a scrapbook process video, and today is for Stamp It Like It's Hot. I should technically have a Color Rush Studio design team layout today as well, but I'm still waiting on my package as of this recording, so fingers crossed you guys it shows up on time. So for sure this will go up, but what we're doing today is our instructions for this month for Stamp It Like It's Hot is stamp a frame. Now you can do a couple of different things. You can use a stamp that is a frame, you could do that. I'm gonna actually use this old Hostess Stampin' Up! Because I Care. It has this cute, sweet little floral border stamp. It's like this big, it's so tiny. But I think this is perfect for a frame around a picture. So I'm gonna use that. I have my little blocks here. The photo I have is my daughter and her future mother-in-law. This was at her bridal shower this past weekend. We had a Bridgerton theme, you guys. We were at a tea room. It was so stinking cute. I'll have more pictures of my daughter in her dress. It was so pretty. It was like lacy tulle or whatever with flowers sewed all over it. It was really pretty. But this is her future mother-in-law, and I thought this was a cute picture of them. So I've got that. Now, I'm going to use old Stampin' Up! Ink too, you guys. Normally I pull out my Distress Oxide, but I just didn't think I had the right shade of pink. I might, but I thought, you know what, Stampin' Up, why not? We'll just do that. And then you guys, this paper collection, I actually showed this in my Expo haul, which is a video I posted probably, I think, like in March. So make sure you go check that out if you want to see what all I got. But this was one of the things I got. I have never seen this particular maker before. It's Asuka Studio, and it's very almost like anime. I'm guessing it's from Japan, is my guess. It says memoryplace.com, but look at these cute little girls, you guys. Is that not adorable? Look at those cute little girls. But the colors are just beautiful. They're very soft, kind of pastelish. I just love this collection. I think it is so lovely. So I'm going to use these papers. I also have a ton of little ephemera girls. Look at all those little girls. And then I have some other little pieces here. There's like a film strip, and there's like a donut. Now we had tea, so I don't know, maybe I can use some tea or something. And then I have, I don't know if this is the same collection or not. It looks a little too saturated, so perhaps not. But there's some florals in here. And then I do have this cut apart sheet here. Don't know if I'll use it, but there's lots of pieces there. I got some flowers and a little stencil. I don't think I'll use a stencil today because I've got the stamping thing going on. But that all looks good. Oh, the dogs are going crazy, you guys. So that's kind of my starting. Oh, I also pulled out just a simple piece of cardstock because I got to stamp my border on something. You guys, is my lighting weird? I'm struggling still yet. I have my light that I used to use. I may need to bring it a little closer, but this overhead light's creating a little bit of shadows, and I'm not certain about that, you guys. But anyway, I'm going to stamp my border on this, and then I'll trim it out. I need to kind of pencil it in, and then I'll use that as kind of my base and then put on my collection over here. So that's what I'm starting with. Let me, I think what I'm going to do first is the stamping to get my border squared away. So we'll do that first, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do next. I have no idea the design or anything. Nothing. I have no idea other than I want to do this frame here. And I have this cute little acrylic block here. Y'all, I've had this set of acrylic blocks 100 years. I used to do Stampin' Up! Years ago, and I used the heck out of it. You see how dirty they are? That's what I used them for. All right, so let me do some stamping, and I'll be back on in a second.
Well, you guys, we're all friends here. I'm not going to call this an unmitigated disaster, but this did not go the way I anticipated at all. So two things. The one thing is the color was really off. Once I got it down, it was too bright of a pink, and I go, oh, that does not look right. And the second thing is I really struggled, you guys, to get that heart strip straight. Like it just, my brain couldn't make it work. And then I even tried to use the scufferator here to kind of fix it. It's just like every time I laid it down, it was crooked. And I go, I'm so mad at this. So I decided to go ahead and just go get one of my little single heart stamps in the tea dye color because I thought that color went better. The first one, the pink was just too bright. It's okay. We bob and weave. We make corrections. Hey, scrapbooking is all about problem solving, right? So what I've ended up with here is the tea dye and my little single heart stamp, and I'm just going to do a stamp border of these hearts all around it. And this, I think, works out fine. I will also, in a moment, bring in my little blending brush, and I'm going to kind of soften the edges of this little photo mat here. I don't hate it. I just thought it needed to have a little bit, I don't know. It was just kind of sharp looking to me. And the pictures, or not the pictures, the papers and stuff are real soft and feminine. So I felt like I needed to kind of tone that down a little bit. So you're going to see me pull out my blending brush here and just basically go around these edges. Now also, I don't do it on camera, but I'm going to pull out the Scuff Writer yet again and use that. So that is my stamped frame. I just want to encourage you that if you go one direction, you know what, it's all just paper, right? Especially since I used just a plain old little cream colored cardstock, it was really easy peasy. I had an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I just kind of kept going. And y'all, I just, I had to change paths. It's okay. So I'm going to attach my photo, and then the next thing I'm going to do is pick up my papers, because I hadn't actually picked them out yet. And I find this really lovely pink background with kind of a printed ephemera on it. And then you kind of see there, and it's got some little pretty writing. And then I have this really lovely sweet floral here that I'm going to tear out. It's actually the same ephemera printed on this thing. You see that in the upper left corner? It matches the upper left corner of the little pink paper. So the ephemera is kind of the same. So I didn't really want to use that. So I tore out the middle. And then I realized I forgot to cut the bottom branding strip off. So no harm, no foul, no worries, no worries. So I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to end up making basically a backwards L. And there's some really cute, there's a lot of good cut apart opportunities, like fussy cutting opportunities with this paper. This really reminds me of a Mente style as well. There's so many little bits and pieces you can fussy cut. So I'm going to pull out this photo strip pieces here on this paper, which is actually the back side of the main paper I've got going on. I thought about framing it, but everything had kind of like, again, the fussy cutting opportunities. I didn't want to miss out on using some of that. So I think this looks okay. I don't have to have a framer on that every layout, right? So I've cut out these little photo strips here. I'm looking at those words and I'm thinking, can I use any of those words? Could have, but I decided against it. So I'm going to make my backwards L. I'm going to lay the long photo strip on the bottom, and then I'll do the fat kind of, it's a little fatter one. And here's where your girl kind of messed up too. I should have cut that strip off before I cut the little photo strip, but it's okay. It worked out fine. And then I will actually end up fussy cutting though. I'm going to end up cutting in. There's just, like I said, there's too many pretty elements here that's just, it's just made for fussy cutting, really. I'll tell you guys, so I kind of mentioned in my last video, I think, maybe not, maybe at the beginning, I'm so sorry, I'm confused. Whenever I said it, this was my daughter's bridal shower this past week. Oh, maybe it was in this intro. You guys, I've had so much going on with my brain, I swear. But that's, anyways, it was her bridal shower this past weekend, and we did have it at a tea room up in the Dallas area, and it was technically in Plano. And it was so cute, you guys. It was so stinking cute. It was very feminine. There's little, little teacups. They serve in these little mismatched teacups. We did get like these sampler plates that had like little sandwiches, little triangle sandwiches. It was like tuna and cucumber and pimento cheese. And it sounds kind of, I don't know, it doesn't sound as fancy as it kind of was. We had a scone. And we had a cup of, I think it was tomato basil soup or something like that. And then we ended up with petit fours, which were just divine. And I'm kind of sad because I had to leave my mom. I had to leave the extras. We had a few extras, and I didn't get to eat, but, well, I guess I technically ate two because I had one for dinner that night. But so good, so good. And then the teas were really good. I had like this roasted, was it toasted almond or something? But it was like pink when it poured into the cup, and it was so pretty. And she got presents, and it was just really fun. We had a great time. So this is my daughter's future mother-in-law, and she's a sweetheart. She said she had never seen Bridgerton, so she had to kind of like look it up and go, what is that? It was funny because all the little invitations went out as Bridgerton. This was my sister's idea, Aunt Wendy, and she was very, very excited because my sister is she's really into Bridgerton. Like, she's read the books and everything. She'd read the books years ago. So she's very much a critiquer. I'm not going to lie, of the TV show. Like, she likes it, but then she says, that's not what happened in the book or whatever. This is out of order. But she does love it. And she had she made a game up. We did, well, there was another cute little game. It was like Kisses for the Misses or something, like little Hershey's Kisses. And we had like a which Bridgerton lady are you? And it was really fun. So everybody had a great time. So I thought these papers went really good because it's just pretty and feminine and all the things. So I decided to put two of the little ephemera girls, and then I did find a little card that says grateful, and I'm putting that because, I mean, this lady is a sweet lady. She's nice. They get along, which is awesome because I know that, there's always the mother-in-law stories that are just horror stories, and she's got a really sweet lady that's going to be her mother-in-law, so that's really good. I did go through, and you can kind of see now, I fussy cut those pieces that are laying there. That's not ephemera. I don't think most of them are. I think that I fussy cut all of those, actually. Even the flower right there, which I've put on the right-hand side. And then I also had those Prima flowers. Now, the Prima flowers obviously are not from this collection per se, but they were in the same booth, and I thought they went really well. There's a couple of, look, technically I guess that's coffee, but I'm thinking in my head, I'm going, it's kind of tea, you know? So I don't know. It's drinks, right? So I'm just kind of gathering all my little ephemeras. I'm making like a little visual triangle with my little ephemera girls and the flowers and stuff like that. And I'm going to use my Nuvo glue here, my little, what is that called? Sweet Petunia, the squeezer glue, to go around and glue everything down. I actually contemplated some sequins, but I realized I didn't have any in the right colors. Like, I could have probably picked out a few from one of my mixes, but I was like, I don't really want to mess up my mix that much. So I decided against that. Oh, I'm talking to my daughter, by the way. She was asking me where something was. I did have these little, oh gosh, what is this? Pink Fresh Studio, that's what it is. Pink Fresh Studio letters, and I decided to spell it Momma Merten. I start on the left-hand side, and I realized I didn't like how that was ending up. So in a minute, I'm going to get all this laid down. I had to find a lot of M's, y'all. There's Momma Merten, right? It's 4 M's. I'm going to put all those down, and then honestly, I'm going to end up moving them over to the right. I need to actually still add the date, you guys. I just realized I forgot to do that. I have a little journaling spot. I've kind of got a little spot right there. I can add it, so I need to come back in and add the date. But I put my little title there, and I guess Grateful is kind of the subtitle. And that is going to be, I don't add any mixed media other than, of course, I did the stamping frame. And I don't think I add anything else after I get this title down. Why am I farting around with this? I guess I put it all down and then I move it. I probably should have cut this part out, you guys. Anyways, we did have a good time. She actually had to, my mom came up to visit, and we actually had to put some of her presents in the truck to carry with them because my car was completely, or actually it was my daughter's car. We drove her car up there, and it was completely full, you guys. She had so much junk in her car. I need to kind of encourage her to clean her car out, because it was like, when I first got there, they come to pick me up, and it was like, I have 2 bags. I had like a makeup bag and a overnight bag, and she goes, oh, we don't have room for that. I'm like, what? Where's my stuff gonna go? Anyways, okay, so I'm moving the letters over. What am I going on here? I don't even know, you guys. I'm like I said, I'm a little bit out of practice. I'm wondering about this lighting. I don't know. It's not too bad, I guess, on the screen here. It just seems shadowy to me, but it's an overhead light, and then I still have my little other light. I think what the issue is, I'm used to sitting right directly in front of a window. And this table, if you watch my little sneak peek of my craft room, is in the middle of the room, so it's not at the window. And plus, I have to kind of cover the window because it's so hot. Y'all, Houston down here, this area is just humid. I'll walk out, I'll get out of my car in the morning, and if I've got the air conditioning, not the morning, necessarily, anytime really, and I got the air conditioning on, if I step out, my glasses just completely fog up. It's just crazy, the humidity. Yeah, here's where I'm kind of searching through my sprinkles, and I think, none of these are really right. I need like a soft palette, you guys. I'm going to have to go sprinkle shopping, right? I'm going to have to go sequin shopping. I even contemplated using Nuvo drops or something, but I decided against it because I thought, you know what? There's plenty going on here. We're good. So that is going to basically be, I don't even know what I'm doing right now, you guys. So my apologies for just, oh, I think I was gluing stuff down earlier. I did use some foam, by the way, on some of the edges of these things. Oh, gosh, that's a little bit fast, isn't it? Well, thank you guys so much for watching and for giving me a little bit of patience while I'm getting back into the groove of things here. And we will see you. I should have a Scrapbook Crafternoon tomorrow, and I also should have a Color Rush Studio Design Team video coming up soon. So we will see you then. Bye.